So there was a question from the audience. It's a great question. So they said, I'm so pleased to hear the involvement of students and student voices. Could you share a little bit about how these strategies support or include marginalized students?
What's really nice is we have students who kind of naturally pair up with each other. And so our show has a variety of students from different grade levels, from different backgrounds, from different learning styles and everything, and incorporates those together. Our students who come into the media center usually work in groups or small pairs together. So that way they can kind of also help each other and kind of be that teacher and leader and lead them along.
Different schools do it differently. Some use it as a reward system for the students that maybe have behavioral issues. They're like, hey, if you turn yourself around, you can be on this team. Others, you take the geeky students, they're kind of loners, whatever. They absolutely love getting in there, using the technology to build the presentations, to work on video announcements. They actually thrive getting behind the computer and working as part of a team that before they wouldn't be able to do. And they've come out of their shells. When we first started this project with announcements on the kiosks and things, we did a interview with some students, and one was talking about how they were just totally quiet. They couldn't speak. They were too shy, and they got on this team. They started out behind the computer, but then the team rotates the different responsibilities. So one week you're behind the computer, next week you're on camera, and they were able to come out of their shell. And she became the director for the show, and she was just one of the most outspoken persons for it. Parents love what they saw their students coming out of their shells. There's one student, I guess she wouldn't be marginalized, but she was talking about how wanting to become a doctor. And she said that this whole process of building the video content and things would suit her perfectly when she became a doctor and was able to stand in front of large audiences and talk about whatever she found out scientifically, making presentations. So the kids absolutely love it, and they don't think they would at first, but when you bring them in, they thrive.
We have a lot of diversity in our school, and obviously our school population is very poor. So from the get-go, those kids are already marginalized. They're coming from some backgrounds that they rather be at school than home, because when they come to school, it's the only time they get food. The group of kids that I work with, I have those kind of kids, that come from the poor backgrounds, environments, versus the kids who on the other end of the spectrum. And the same with academic wise. I don't have all the top A+ students that I work with. It's all 3 grade levels that I have a group of kids with, 2 or 3 kids that are the kids that are the A+ students and the other kids who aren't. As they get to work together and, learn from each other, they help each other out in the TV studio and in the classroom too.